Okay, Coach, it is a brisk night in the Midwest as we bring you football from Paul Brown Stadium in the Queen City, Cincinnati, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Cam fakes the give and keeps it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, Newton. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13.
Gun. Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. Go. Hey, check Mike 27, check Mike 27. Check the out. Mike 27.
A shotgun snap for Newton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
49, check 49. Chopper. Hey, echo. And shoot.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this is caught at the 8. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. In for the score as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their futures. They look ahead to the offseason. What spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
After the loss, here's 2nd and 12 from the 18. There's Newton. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Newton to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
Steelers first down.
Set, ready? 30 base. 87's mark. Move.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
41-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Second and 5. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw. He completes this one to Mack. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, after last week we went over 200 yards. Looks like the hot tub, cold tub, whatever he did, it worked pretty well.
Much chatter about that performance. Rightfully so. AFC Offensive Player of the Week. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
You're not ready. You're not ready. Get it.
A very valuable 9-yard pickup, and now they're set up a little better here for 3rd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
They'll try to run this one in, and he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, it's Blake, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try the left side. Blake. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Ready? With a set, ready? Check 55 to Mike. Let's go, Heavy. Gun. Heavy, what you got? Ready?
And to give this time to the tailback. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Check. Fresno.
They'll try the left side. It's Blake. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Gun.
It's 4th down.
55. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, defense.
They are going to go for it. It's Newton. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Right there, 55. Watch the curve.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Blake. And the ball is knocked out. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this, and it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees.
Ready. 90 Wolf. Greystone travel. You might be getting tired of seeing me. Shoot.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
They'll set up a throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 32-yard line.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's what he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
But enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
8, read.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this 1st half. A 2nd one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
Watch the twist.
They'll run on 1st down. Blake, he's going to have the 1st down past the 20. And all the way up to the 33-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid him, picking up a first down.
Right back to him on first down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now a give, right side. It's Blake, and he loses the football a second time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
Check 55 to Mike. Cut. Hey, check.
They'll try the air now with Newton. Got an open man. It's Washington. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 23 yards, the final tally. Our first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. Now a give, right side. Blake, and only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. They'll try the left side. It's Blake. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. On the ball. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Great. Check three. 8.
On 3rd and goal, Howard. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Jordan Howard, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. His 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
To throw again on second down. Newton buying time to his left. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. Now a first carry here for Robinson. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
52. Pick me up. Here we go. 20. 52's the mark, boy. 52. Express. 52's the mic. Mike 52. Mike 52. It's a party now. It's a party now.
On first and 10, Newton. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on first and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And complete to Zach Ertz. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So first and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, here's Newton. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? And
he's got a convoy, and he might be gone. The 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Point after, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. One play has them up past the 40 already and another first and 10.
You. Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. Great. Hey, check Mike 27, check Mike.
A final shot before the break. Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Come on, set. 18 Gators. Check tight. Check tight. Check tight.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
No, check that. Check that. We got Mike 52 right here. Mike 52. Right here. Mike 52.
Now Newton on first down. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter if it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. That was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
That one good for 26 and a first down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 26-yard line. Back to throw, Newton. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, second and 10. And they'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Check right. Watch it, you find.
They'll keep it on the ground. Blake, and he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. They get the first. The decision to run on third and medium winds up being a good one.
Ready. Watch the run. Double tight. 3 down.
On first down. It's Blake, and he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. On second down now, it's Blake. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Gun. Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Record. Check. Gun. Check 52. Get along. West. Jumper.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
Great.
Here we go on 4th. Newton. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Zach Ertz, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Going to give this time to the tailback. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Mark 55. Mark 55.
Here's 2nd and 8. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw here. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 41-yard line.
And the Steelers' first down. That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 41. Henderson now on 1st and 10. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for.
There he goes left side and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. With touchdown number 27, that ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. A try here for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Let's get it. Straight at the 8, 20. And let's get in them holes.
From the 27, Newton. That's complete to Robinson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best. He keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Now it's Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Now a handoff working right. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
2nd down, it's Henderson. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Set, ready? 15 line. 3,
They'll go back to Henderson on 1st down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, then you got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Let's go. 18, Gator. Oh, here we go. Oh. He's coming. General West. He's coming. Double up. Sponge.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now they try the right side here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. The running play does not work from the 5 on 4th and goal. And the Bengals are going to get the football back.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Hey, Express! Watch 24.
They'll run on 1st down. Blake, and forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Blake, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Blake. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
And Cam Newton's not coming off the field. He'll keep the offense out to go for it on 4th.
Hey! Watch Mike. Hey! Slam. Hustle.
They snap it to Newton. But it's brought in by Washington. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11. On 1st down, it's Newton. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Newton. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Newton throwing again. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Intended for James Washington. Incomplete. It's 4th down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. One last throw here for Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Yeah, they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. And a division game is usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each other